Sé que me extrañas cada día. Si perdió el amor, lo siento, fue mala mía. Si fuera un cuento de fantasía, te llevaría a un paraíso y te besaría. Pero look at me, wide and talking in Spanish.
Hello and welcome yet again to another episode here at the Cardboard Cave podcast. And tonight we're going to be talking about the spoilers that we have been getting from Wizard of the Coast and either other content creators of the upcoming set Avatar: The Last Airbender, a very, very popular IP that a lot of people love and adore. An exception of that movie that happened a long time ago that we don't talk about it. I'm still watching the show. I'm keeping the promise that as soon as I finish, I will give you guys my review of the whole series. But let's go ahead and dive into these cards. And as well, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you can like our content, and comment below what are your favorite cards of this upcoming set of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let's go ahead and present our other host from the show, the one and only, our favorite director, Ale.
Hi, I'm
How are you
ready.
doing, Ale?
Let's go. Let's talk about the movie. We should talk about the movie.
Are you sure?
The movie's great. It's amazing. It's one of the best movies ever made.
It's like
Um,
Dragon Ball.
oh yeah, of course. M. Night Shyamalan directed that movie, and I think it's better than The Sixth Sense. So fight me. Yeah.
And let's go ahead and bring in the master of the dark arts himself, JP.
Hey, what's up? Honestly, you're talking about that movie, and M. Night Shyamalan did a lot of interesting, creative
Choices. Yeah, I mean,
choices.
I
like,
mean,
like not bad. There's a lot of bad stuff in that movie. There's
I-
just undoubtedly, but like a lot of interesting stuff.
I think on a visual level, there's some cool stuff that's in the movie that works, but like in isolation. Like you would see like a compilation clip or like one of the scenes from the movie in isolation. They work because they're set dressing. They're like showing you kind of a cosplay version of what this could be in live action. But when you see like the whole movie, well, we
Oh,
know
God.
it
It's
doesn't
a
work.
train wreck.
Yeah, it's a train wreck, and it's only because he didn't know how to adapt the story, and he just wanted to put like the greatest hits of the first season into the movie, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
Also, M. Night Shyamalan sucks as a director when it comes to IP that he hasn't created.
That is very true.
Like
he
if he's
doesn't know how to adapt.
if he's created something, that's actually you gotta give him props. He does pretty good.
Yeah, he
Work.
comes up with very interesting stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. Like
Yeah.
even the bad movies, they have interesting premises, but like when he's dabbling in stuff that isn't created by him, it's horrid.
Yeah, I completely agree. I remember when I watched this movie, I didn't want it to go. My cousin was like, I already bought your tickets. Let's
Oh,
go.
no. Oh,
I'm like,
God.
oh my God. Okay.
Oh,
This is somebody that didn't even watch the show by that time. So I was like going into a movie like, sure. I'm being dragged to watch this. So when I finished the movie, I looked at him and I'm like, you just wasted your money. This was bad. Really bad.
it's incoherent too. It's very incoherent.
Yeah.
In a way, it kind of reminded me of Sucker Punch. Have you ever seen that movie?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
like
that's a good comparison because both movies. Well,
It's
Sucker
just-
Punch can
it's-
work
it's-
on its
It's
own.
just but it's style,
Oh,
and then
for
no
sure.
substance.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If it's based on that, then definitely, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So Sucker Punch, I think I would rewatch Sucker Punch more than Avatar: The Last Airbender, the movie. First things first, the movie.
A movie,
Um,
yes.
But yeah, but I understand where JP's coming. Like Sucker Punch is like just like style, like
Yeah.
pretty things, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in to the spoilers because there are a couple, and it all started in a very, very nice day on a Saturday morning on October 25. We have same card in different artwork. So we have a showcase. Okay, I don't know what's the difference. Is this manga?
I think one of them is sort of like one of those scene cards. I think one of them is like a scene card. I think the other
This
one's like yeah. I think the other one's like a full art whatever, and then you have like the normal version.
Normal one. I imagine that there's an extended art as well because why not?
Maybe yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Magic Gathering is Pokemon now.
Yes,
So-
there's yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the first one. So it's Zozin's Comet for 3 and 2 red. We have a sorcery that says the following: each creature you control gains firebending 5 until end of turn. Whenever it attacks, add 5 red mana. This mana lasts until end of combat, and you can foretell this for 2 mana, but it will have a foretell cost of 3. So you can have it on the side for 5. Literally, it's the same amount of mana, but not that much, not 2 red pips. So for either 5 mana hard casting or 5 mana foretell casting.
Oh no, we broke aggravated assault.
I know, right?
I attack, I make 5 mana and pay 5 mana into aggravated assault.
Yep.
Actually, I think aggravated assault is activated only as a sorcery. So I don't think it actually works.
Oh, I would have to check because I feel like people have probably already mentioned if this works or not.
Let me see.
Activate this ability only time you can cast a sorcery. So technically, it doesn't work.
So technically it doesn't work. Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, there's no moment where you can actually activate it. But if you have other cards, which we will talk about soon, they let you keep that mana past that attack phase.
Yes.
So yeah, you can abuse it. But for sure, even if you can't use aggravated assault, it's still like a bunch of mana you're making at that moment that you can probably use it up into an activated ability of something, or just start spell slinging a bunch of other stuff. It's really strong regardless. Like, it's a really push card.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Who's taking the next card?
I can do the next one. Airbender Ascension. It's a colorless and a white for enchantment that reads: when this enchantment enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. Whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment at the beginning of your end step. If this enchantment has 4 or more quest counters on it, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. By the way, airbending, for those who don't know, airbending, I believe, is that you get to bounce either one creature or one of your opponent's creature. It's any creature you want, but you can recast that creature by paying 2 extra on top of whatever the normal cost of the card is. So it's a nice way for you to either protect your stuff, blink your stuff, or take away problematic creatures the opponent has. That's the airbending mechanic. So this is kind of cool. It's sort of like a quest card. We've seen them before. It's flavorful based on what the airbending thing it wants to do. And being able to kind of blink something, especially after you have four quest counters, which is pretty easy to do because you only have to play a creature when it enters. And it's not casting, it's just a creature enters. So you can definitely do that with tokens or whatever. If you want to rush this card, and then you get to blink something in every end step, like in each of your end steps, that's great. Yeah.
I think this card is very good.
It's very good. 2 mana? Wow, yeah.
Like for 2 mana, but also like for standard, you think it's a bit too slow?
That's fair. I mean, because it's more of like a value thing. Like, unless you're playing like a grindy deck that cares about a lot of ETBs or whatever, maybe.
Might be interesting for a limited.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, for limited, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
We have here the extended artwork of Airbender's Ascension, and then we have our next card.
This card had already been spoiled with a different art, and I think the art it was spoiled with was one of the showcase arts.
Okay.
But this is Momo Friendly Flyer, 1 white for a legendary creature lemur bat ally, and it's a 1/1 with flying. The first non-lemur creature spell with flying you cast during each of your turns costs 1 less to cast. Whenever another creature you control with flying enters, Momo gets +1/+1 until end of turn. This is very good, and this is like mono white Maybe not even mono white, but I'm just immediately thinking blue white flyers. That's
Yeah.
always been an archetype. Very interesting though that a lot of these cards that have had this type of text say the first creature spell you cast costs one less or whatever less,
Yeah.
and this one specifies non-lemur, so you can play this, and then the next spell still costs one less.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
that's like very very good because basically you're already paying full price for the other card. You just get Momo in addition.
And then for the next couple turns, you'll get the discount. And it's
Exactly.
great too that it's non-lemur because that means everything. That's literally just means
Basically.
Exactly.
yeah,
Everything.
everything. Yep, it's really good.
It's really good. So our next card is the Legend of Kuruk. It's an enchantment saga for 4 mana, 2 blue and 2 colorless. It has the first 2 chapters is scry 2, then draw a card. The last chapter is exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control, and it transforms to Avatar Kuruk. Avatar Kuruk says whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by a non-spirit creature. It has another ability that says exhaust waterbend 20. Take an extra turn after this one.
This
Waterbend.
is this is extremely flavorful.
Yeah, it is.
Holy damn! I did not realize it was an exhaust ability.
Yeah, it's really good.
So
In lore, like he basically dies young because he just fighting spirits just cut your lifespan,
Mm-hmm.
and he just
Okay.
dies young.
Yep.
He just well, each avatar basically fixes the shit for the previous one.
Mm-hmm.
And this I think the previous one didn't take care of the spirit roll, and he just died basically doing that. That was very very flavorful. I'm
Yep.
very very pleasantly surprised.
And then this is great in a storm deck and in a spell slinging deck because you start making a bunch of spirits and then you just waterbend and then take an extra turn, and then you find a way to take an extra turn after that extra turn. His exhaust is up, so you can waterbend again and
But-
again.
what if you combine is Airbender Ascension? That's one question that I have. When being the fact that it is a saga that flipped.
You would flicker it, and it
Yeah.
comes back in its saga form. which
Exactly.
Effectively,
Okay.
does reset him, but you still have to wait for the
You
saga
have to
form
wait.
finish.
Exactly.
There's a lot of waiting.
No, that's a lot of waiting. So
No,
once
no,
you
yeah.
have him transformed, that's you just deal with it. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to, that's what I wanted to ask before thinking of anything else. But
No.
just in case for any viewer or listener, exhaust, you can only activate it the ability only once, and then for water bending, while paying a water bend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help each one pay for that colorless. So like JP mentioned, those spirits that you create by casting spells can help out to do the water bend to take an extra turn. And Avatar Kuruk is a 4/3 just in case. So
It is exhaust is the one from Aether Rift. That's the
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
one. I thought it was the one from the other set, Our Devastation, and the other one, Amonkhet. Oh, it's
Exert.
not
You're thinking exert.
Exert. I thought it was Exert. I was like, oh my god, this is great.
no,
It is
this is
Exert.
exhaust. You have to flicker him to be able to.
Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure that Wizards, by the time the Avatar sets comes out officially, they're gonna make a new rule that says, oh, those legendary sagas that turn into creatures. Well, if they're creatures on one side, technically they can be your commanders now.
you
bets.
imagine
Bet,
that they
bet money. Bet, bet like a buck. I'm gonna lose the buck, but it'd be funny. It'd be funny if it's true, because they're already talking about the hybrid mana thing. So
Yeah.
they're clearly, and they already made freaking spaceships into commanders. So what's to say they don't do this too?
True.
They'll
Hey.
find a justification.
Okay,
oh,
next card.
Secret of Bloodbending. It's 4 blue pips. It's a sorcery lesson. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may waterbend 10. You control target opponent during their next combat phase. If this spell's additional cost was paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. And sadly, you get to exile the card, so you can't keep abusing it. At a baseline, it's like I think Seth mentioned it best. It's like a super fog. Because if you're playing
Yeah.
a 1v1, you're paying 4 mana for a fog that lets you do good blocks in order to kill some of their creatures. But if you're paying the full cost, you're doing a spell version of Mindslaver, and it's basically the same. No. Yes, it's the same mana total because it's 6 to cast, and then no, well, you're paying 14 here instead of. But a lot of the artifacts and creatures can lower the cost because of the water bending. So it's cool. It'll be interesting once we get to Strixhaven again, because they're going to have the learn cards. So
Yeah.
lessons will have relevancy for that set. So it'll be interesting when they start implementing the learning mechanic again into Strixhaven, how it'll affect this set. Because I believe this set will not have the learn mechanic, but it'll have a bunch of lessons. And they'll have a lot of instant lessons, which is something they didn't do in Strixhaven because they thought it would be too pushed.
I think that there are a couple of learn cards here, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
then we'll double dip then if that's the case, because I from what I gather from the spoilers, there weren't any cards that actually let you learn, but there's a bunch of lessons, both sorcery and instant speed. Overall, I like this card. I feel like it's way better in EDH. Like you could definitely do a lot more stuff. There's a lot of politics involved with this card. Even at a baseline of 4 mana, you can be like, oh, this guy is about to win. I can screw this person over, and I can take their attack phase, and we can all collectively screw the blocks and be able to kill a bunch of their creatures or whatever. So it's a good way to like politic with it. And if you just want to outright win, you can just pay the extra mana, and EDH is very easy to do, and take someone's turn in a spell. It's fair that you can't abuse it, so it's cool that it gets exiled. But the blue player in me is kind of sad because I would find ways to abuse this very quickly. But it's cool.
What would be the next card, JP?
Tiger Seal. 1 blue for a creature cat seal. Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap this creature. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, untap this creature. And it's
Pushed.
a 3/3.
Pushed.
I think it's kind of shit, honestly.
No, pushed. I mean, depends. I don't know if there's a
I'm
bunch of
thinking
cards.
standard. I'm thinking standard, and I'm thinking if you play this on turn 1 and you draw your card for the turn, is this strong? Is this impactful enough that if you have a spell or an effect to draw a second card the next turn, having a 3/3 on turn 2? I mean, I've seen very powerful stuff in recent standard. I don't know if this type of aggro is necessary, is or at least strong enough, because usually in blue you want to draw cards outside of your turn, right?
That's fair.
So let's say if this would have said at the beginning of your end step, tap this creature, then you draw a card, draw your second card, you untap him, and then attack, and then you can just during your opponent's turn cast an instant to try to draw 2 cards, or an effect to draw 2 cards. But because it taps in your upkeep, it enters untapped. You get to do nothing with it, and then it taps immediately.
Except block. I guess it'll depend on how many cards.
Like I'm saying this is if this were in curve.
Well, isn't there like a couple of one mana red creatures that have haste and they're kind of problematic? I don't know. I haven't been following, so I don't know if there's stuff in
I
standard.
mean, mono red will always be a thing.
Yeah, mono.
Yeah,
I think
guessing.
mono red won the last Star
Yeah.
CQ.
But I don't know. Like, my immediate thought was like, this just does that. It's not enough.
That's fair. I guess it just depends on how much draw spells they have in mono blue, and if you can recreate a sort of mono blue aggro deck that we used to see before. Because having vigilance is convenient because it is a blocker in the first turn, and then if you draw 2 cards, essentially you have a good attacker and a good blocker. But then you kind of have to pump him as you do with the mono blue aggro shells, because if you don't pump him, then it's like he is useless. That's true. I feel like if maybe it was a different color, it could have been more powerful. It all
Yeah.
depends too. But if it was like a white card, maybe because White Weenie would care about something like this.
Mhm.
So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Looks cool though.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Oh,
Look.
this one though,
I love
Jesus.
this card.
Oh my God, card's
So
insane.
our next card is Wang Shi Dong Librarian. So for 2 blue and X, you have a legendary creature bird spirit 1/1 that has the following effects. So it has flash, flying, vigilance. When one she enters, put X +1/+1 counters on him. Then draw half X cards rounded down. Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a 1/+1 counter on Wang Shi and draw a card.
Insane, bro.
What?
Wan Shi Tong, he who knows 1,000 things, and
He
he,
Holy cow.
he
definitely
who
does.
is very, very broken.
Yeah, he's so broken.
He's
Yes.
a better Archivist of Agma in blue.
Yep.
Why would you give this to blue?
He's a better
Makes sense.
Hydrocrosis
It makes
was the card.
sense as a character. It
Yeah.
makes total sense. But
Mhm.
like this type of effect for blue, this is like one
This
of the
is
chase cards in the set.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Immediately,
Yeah,
I want this card.
yeah. It's too
You
good.
know, you know something that before we continue, there's a subtopic that I wanna. It's not even a subtopic. It's a question to you guys, an opinion from you guys. So on one of our previous episodes, that we talk about, me and Chris talk about Universe Beyond, um, giving our thoughts in regards to like what everybody's talking about in the community. That there's more Universe Beyond sets than in Universe. So one of the things that Chris and I talk about in one of our shorts or clips, whatever you guys want to call it, we talk about Commander. That's one of the main things that all of these sets bring as a topic. We did have a comment from Waiter 1569. He said, "Commander is the last format you should include in Universe Beyond conversation. The card pool is huge, and you don't play it to win. If you did, you'd play CDH."
Okay.
What are your thoughts in regards to that comment?
Wait. The context is that you were talking about Universe.
Yeah, we were
Beyond,
talking about Universe
and,
Beyond.
and you were referencing how
Commander.
that affects a commander.
We were referencing that most of these Universe Beyond sets, even though they are tied in for standard, most of the cards that that are part of the card pool of these sets are very commander heavy. That either like sometimes we say that, oh, this could be a better card in limited. We don't see it work in standard, but then we say like it can work probably in commander. Obviously sometimes the cards don't become popular in commander, so like that was like our context on the sub on that portion of
So
like the conversation.
my opinion is that we always could take into consideration commander because it is the most popular format.
Versatile too.
and
Anything can fit.
it's exactly anything can
Anything
fit
can fit,
inside the set. Like in a commander, there's a commander for every single card basically.
Mhm.
There's probably wrong because nobody wants to play cards from Homeland or something like that. But
But you could.
but you could.
Yes.
And I mentioned that the Wan Shi Tong is broken. I am personally thinking that Wan Shi Tong is broken in Commander, considering the amount of shuffling people could be doing with fetches, tutors, just general ramping that searches your library is very, very strong. But taking that into consideration, Wan Shi Tong could also just be strong in Modern. You're gonna search. I flash in Wan Shi Tong to draw a card. In response, you try to you could flash in Orcish Bowmasters or do the opposite. And if someone tries to flash in Orcish Bowmasters and there's already a fetch, because after the first counter, Wan Shi Tong is basically immune to Orcish Bowmasters, and that could be relevant for modern.
Yep.
A flash flying vigilance body. Yes, blue might be a bit more restrictive, and I don't know what type of deck would like this, but that's also quite relevant, especially because it has an X cost attached to it. I didn't do anything. X2 draw card. At minimum, I get a 3/3 and draw card. That's not horrible.
Yep.
So, so we do mention Commander a lot, but I feel like it's fair to mention Commander.
I agree. I think that we should also hold WotC accountable because they do they are very conscientiously making
Designing.
cards. They're designing cards definitely for Commander primarily, not to the detriment of the set. Although there has been already some cases where that's been the case. We can see as the last IP that they've promoted, Spider-Man, that definitely was, they were thinking definitely on Commander first and Standard second. This one seems to be a bit more well-rounded, but obviously it's because they always knew this was going to be like a set that was going to be in Standard, so they properly adjusted for it. Spider-Man, it clearly wasn't the case. So this one has a little more love and attention to try to make it work into a competitive, standard, modern, pioneer format. But they are always thinking about Commander. And I think that it is becoming like tiresome for a lot of the competitive players because having so many legendaries ruins their decks because they have to play like two copies of a card, even though they could play theoretically four. The detriment that this card has, like Wan Shi Tong, even though it's very, very, very powerful, is the fact that it's a legendary. That's why Hydrocrasis was used so much in Standard, because that was a card you could play four of, and it was really strong for what it was. And this was a stronger version, and it will see play. I'm not saying it's not gonna. It's obviously gonna see play everywhere, but it's limited because you're probably not gonna want to play four copies of this.
But I also think by making it a legendary, especially a very strong legendary, it limits the power to an appropriate level. So you can have a very strong desirable effect.
Yes.
And you have this be limited by being a legendary. If this wasn't a legendary, everyone would run a 4 of. But because it's a legendary, there's a design space in there where you want to run 2 instead of 4. Maybe you want to run 3. And I feel like there's merit to that type of thinking.
That's fair.
My problem is when there's a bunch of characters over and over and over again, and there's uncommons, and this uncommon happens to create a decent strategy around it, and you want to run it in a standard deck because it fits another type of archetype, but now you can only run 2, maybe 3, because it's a legendary and you don't want to draw it all the time and it'll be a dead card. So that's when it's a problem, when it's a good card, but just good enough, not broken. You actually want to nerf it and limit the amount you have.
I think also the other thing could be that we're getting to a point where Standard gets commanderized, where decks kind of become like 60 card formats, where it's like singleton 60 card format. Like I know it's not gonna get there yet, but if they keep pushing this idea of like what JP's saying, like they're gonna make very, very broken legendaries to the point where you're just gonna be playing with a lot of rares and mythics. Although this is already the case, but it's gonna be more so. It's gonna be more frustrating because you're not gonna be able to play 4 of this Washi Tong, so you're gonna have to play this, and then I don't know, Aang, the Ultimate Bender, and then you're gonna have to play 2 of the Water Bender Aang because you can't play 4 of because he's Aang. And what JP's saying is true. Like having a bunch of these cards just be a bunch of characters also kind of limits a little bit of design space because we do need some Tiger Seals. It can't all be Avatar Kuruk. We do need some of those cards that are not actual legendaries because they kind of need to function and gel well together. So I agree with JP. It's true. Like this effect should not be like on a card that isn't legendary because people are just going to be spamming this freaking card all along. And then whenever everyone searches one single card, they're going to boost their whole team and there's not going to be a way to stop it. But they need to thread carefully because they are getting to that point. And as more IPs come, since they're going to do one of those IPs, generally speaking, they do, and we're gonna see in this set, as we've seen prior to other sets, when they do like the main characters, they do like 7 different variations of this character,
Yeah,
which limits a lot of
we're gonna see it in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, we're already and we're gonna see it here. There's like 4
No,
different hangs.
You
I think
don't
like
even have to
4.
go that far.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go that far.
It's true.
Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
There's a white black Bilbo. There's another. No, there's a white black Frodo. There's a 1-mana white black Frodo. There's a green white Frodo. There's a white Samwise. A green white Samwise. Another green white Samwise. Another mono. Like
It's a lot.
there's like 3 versions of each one sharing the different types of colors. There's like 3 versions of a Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
And this happened years ago.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot. So just wanted to bring that in the table because that's what we want to make sure that our community that are watching our shorts or our podcasts are listened, and we can give you our opinion. So let's go to the next card. I think it's Ale, it's your turn.
My turn. Let me see. Oh, Boiling Rock Rider. 2 colorless and a black for a creature human rogue ally. It's a 3/3. He has Firebending 1. Whenever this creature attacks, add a red pip. This mana lasts until the end of combat. Tap and untap ally you control. Exile target creature from a graveyard. Whenever this creature attacks, you may cast an ally spell from among cards you own exiled with this creature. We're going to be introduced with the ally subtype. It's going to be very big in this set specifically. There's going to be a bunch of different allies. So this one's it's pretty good. If you're gonna make like a 1 to 2 to 3 color ally deck, you're gonna be able to abuse this. You're gonna be able to do a bunch with this. You're gonna be able to exile stuff and then be able to cast those things. You're gonna have firebending, so you're gonna be able to cast stuff too, even though it's limited to a specific moment in time where you can cast it. But nevertheless,
you can do Rakdos Burn.
Yeah, definitely. And there's gonna be a good sort of face card of that deck, which is gonna be able to abuse the firebending specifically and be able to cast the stuff too. So yeah, this is one of many ally cards that are going to be probably gonna see some type of play for sure.
JP.
Next card, because I like this card, but like the Boiling Rock Rider, but I think your commentary it's just pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The next card is the Day of Black Sun.
Mm-hmm.
X black for each creature. Sorry, it's a sorcery. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn and destroy those creatures.
Yeah,
that's good.
Board wipe.
I like that it loses all abilities. So obviously, if something has indestructible, then you can just get rid of it for sure. The problem is that if you're paying a lot in that X, maybe it's not that much worth it. But it just depends.
Exactly. Probably just
even at 4 mana, I think X2 destroy all 2 mana value creatures. Mm-hmm. Basically, a culling ritual with no additional mana, but you do get to get rid of those indestructible creatures and all tokens.
More than likely, you're not paying past 6 mana total, I believe, because I think most of these things are 4 or less.
Yeah. So the next card is the Fire Nation Drill. So for 4 mana, 2 swamps, and 2 colorless, you have a legendary artifact vehicle. It's a 6/3 with the following effects. Trample. When the Fire Nation Drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. You can pay 1 mana, permanent your opponent controls, lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and has crew 2.
That's cute. So for 4 mana, it's a removal spell and it's a crew. It's a crew 2. But then if you pay an extra mana, you can get rid of whatever problematic card you may face. Mm-hmm. Although funny enough, it says it loses hexproof and indestructible, but ward is a thing. So
yeah. I do also find this interesting because it's an ETB destroy target creature.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a white black blink deck can become, or like airbending deck becomes a thing, and if you crew make it a creature, airbend it, make it come back.
It's interesting that it taps to be able to do the ability as it enters. I don't know if I've seen
It's a
that type of
Yume,
thing before.
and it's a Yume because you
Yeah,
don't have to.
of course, but I don't think I've ever seen an effect like an ETB that has that type of effect where you have to tap the
Mhm.
thing to do it. Not that I can think of right now. It's odd. I mean,
Don't
I know
think
why they're
so.
doing it is because you'd pay 4 mana, kill something, then you can cruise, so you can also have a blocker, which would be, I guess, too insane. But I don't even know.
I
Like,
don't think that's even that bad.
I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so odd that they put that
Like a
restriction.
6/3.
Yeah, exactly. I guess because it's a
Exactly, yeah.
6/3 for two, like for 4 mana. Maybe that's
Basically,
why.
they don't want you to kill 2 creatures for 4 mana.
Maybe
For
Probably.
free, at least.
it's odd. It's a little odd. Like I
It's
feel
a
like
little
they could
odd,
have
yeah.
had something else. I don't know. Maybe
But
could have
it's a
said.
card-
Uh-huh.
The other problem here is the legendary artifact. So it's a card that you cannot have multiples
Of
in the deck.
course. Yeah.
We're
Oh,
having that issue of the legendary thing.
yeah. And then they made like a schematics version, which is from the Brothers War, which is interesting. They're doing that with a bunch of the artifacts.
Wait, Brothers War was
Yeah, it was
first.
Brothers War. Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
was
the first
Brothers
one. That's the first time they did it. Yeah, I have a bunch. That's why I remember.
Yeah.
The next card.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yes. It's me, right? Okay. The last Agni Kai, colorless and a red for an instant that reads: target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. If the creature and opponent controls is dealt excess damage this way, you may add that much red mana. Until the end of turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. Yeah, it's pretty good. We've sort of seen this type of thing before. I
Well,
don't think
haven't we seen this
mana.
in green?
It feels like a green card. That was my first instinct. I was gonna start by saying it feels like a green card. More, it should have been like a sort of Google card instead of like a strictly red card. I get it because it's Avatar. It has to be like a strictly red card because green is associated with the earth bending, so it doesn't make sense. But it feels like a Google card for sure. I like the idea that it says until end of turn you don't lose unspent red mana, because the thing is you can use this as a fight spell for the rest of your turn. All your
Yep.
fire bending will last until the end of the turn. So
Mhm.
that's kind of cool because of that. And it's like a 2 mana sort of removal spell that also incidentally makes all your fire bending last until the end of turn. It's kind of cool. I don't know
Yep.
if it's rare cool, but it's strong if you get to
cool.
pull it off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
do.
Mm.
Go,
I
JP.
do, but it has to do with the other 2 cards next to it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, we have create a clue token as a text instead of investigate,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the other card says it's a shrine, and we have shrines back.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
I love it.
So,
More shrines, please.
More shrines, yes.
The thing about creating a clue token versus investigate is that investigate creates multiple instances of a clue generation, which means whenever you have a replacement effect for those multiple instances, it'll
Mhm.
affect each one. But if I say create X clues, it'll only affect it once.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
create a clue is technically a nerf to this, but also I say a nerf, but it's not really, because they're not making investigate go away. It's
Mhm.
it's just not, that's just not what's going to happen. Investigate is its own thing.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that they created a way to create a clue without using the keyword investigate.
Mhm.
I guess investigating didn't make sense in that context of that
It
specific
probably.
card, but it made sense that it was like a clue because Yang is discovering something or he's figuring something out, but he's not
Yeah.
technically investigating something. So yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure when they were trying to create the card, they probably thought of investigate first, but then they were like, either we create another keyword for creating a clue, which would be insane, or just say let's just make it a clue token and just move on.
Just go with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to say is that I'm super excited that we're getting shrines in this set, just to add more shrines in Goshen Tai.
There's another shrine commander that got spoiled.
Cool.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, there's a Shrine Commander. He's pretty good. I like him.
Next card.
Next card is I want to say
Firebending
Caesar, right?
Student.
Okay.
1 in a red. Feature human monk. 1/2 prowess with Firebending X, where X is this creature's power.
Oh,
This is gonna see
now I
play.
get what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general. This is just
Are you looking for the #1 local game store here in Puerto Rico? I got it for you. It's called Titan Games. They are located in Caguas and in Rio Piedras. As well, they have their own website, titanhobbygames.com. There you guys can find your favorite TCGs and much more in their website. That's not all. Just pass by. Every week there's an event and there's a lot of things you can do with Titan Games. All of their information are in the description below, so pass by and check them out.
gonna see play.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is gonna cease play in standard, but this is the thing that I think is gonna happen. So this is just me with my tinfoil hat.
Okay.
I think that what's gonna be happening is that instead of having like hasty creatures, we're gonna have probably creatures with prowess that either and with this type of ability or something similar that cares about more how much power the creature has instead of like, being the fact that, oh, I play card, it has haste and attack. Because the last Anjin Kai is
Mhm.
a very green card that likes to, it's wants to fight with a creature of your opponent. Then you have Cunning Maneuvers that says target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. So you get a +1/+1 additional to, let's say that you cast Cunning Maneuvers to Firebending Student. Firebending Student becomes a 5/5.
Yep.
Oh wait, no,
No.
5/4. 5/4.
5/4. Yep.
5/4.
5/4 with the
And
prowess.
then it's exactly, it will be a 5/4, and then Firebending will be 5.
Yep.
So yeah,
Horrifying.
I think I understand what's the theme if future meta game becomes mono red with Avatar another deck, it will be
Mhm.
kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next card. The Legend of Roku, not Roku the streaming
box.
platform, is Roku a character. So for 2 and 2 red, you have an Enchantment Saga, has 3 chapters like the previous one. So the first chapter is exile the top 3 cards of your library until the end of turn. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Then chapter 2 is that you can add 1 mana of any color. And chapter 3 is that you exile it and you will return it with the flip side. The flip side is Avatar Roku, a 4/4 legendary creature avatar that has Firebending 4. And if you pay 8 mana, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying and Firebending 4. Jesus Christ.
It's a lot of bending.
It's
A lot of bending, a lot of dragons. Yep. You have a mana sink for your fire bending, which is cool. I
Hey,
like
but-
that.
Think about this. You attack with Avatar Roku and you attack with Firebending Student. Let's say that you have Cunning Maneuvers. You can create a token.
That's a lot of extra steps to create a
I
token.
know it's a lot of extra steps, but in standard, it's a viable steps.
But it depends. It depends if you're gonna play this enchantment because it's 4 mana. So if you're doing like a mono red aggro, you're gonna want cheaper stuff.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like this is like the top end.
Oh, this would be the
That's-
top end for
And
sure.
that's still like
Yeah.
This is a card that you play like maybe mid game. When you're like in halfway through the game.
Sure. this
Probably
could be
your
the
opponent is
top-
half life.
Yeah, or if you do like a sort of firebending centric
Mhm.
deck, like that just gonna take a little bit of time, it's gonna be more mid-rangey. I can see this card doing things because again, it's a good mana sink. The thing is, it doesn't have a lot of protection, so
Yeah.
people are gonna see right through you when you have like that thing on the battlefield. They're gonna try to destroy that as quickly as they can
Yes.
before you get to pop off putting a bunch of dragons there. But it's cool for sure. It's cool. So the next one is Ran and Shaw. 3 colorless and 2 red for a legendary creature dragon. It's a 4/4 that reads. It has flying, firebending 2. When Ran and Shaw enter, if you cast them and there are 3 or more dragons and or lesson cards in your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of Ran and Shaw, except it is not legendary. You pay 3 colors in a red. Dragons you control get +2/+0 until end of turn.
So basically,
Perdón?
you always get Ran and you always get Shaw.
Exactly. You will always get both of them. For 5 mana, being able to cast 2 4/4s that have flying, firebending 2. Then when you attack with both of them, you get to activate the ability because
Yes.
it's an attack trigger. So they're going to
They
be
get-
6/4, both of them flying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I like
it is very, very, very well designed.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah.
And the lessons are going to be very easy to achieve for sure because there's a lot of cheap lessons. So
And
Pretty
again,
good.
this goes with the theme of firebending. So this is instead of having Avatar Roku, you can have 2 of these instead.
Yep. This is a side
Yeah.
note. If anyone wanted to buy Spider-Man, just keep holding off because when this set comes out, no one's gonna buy Spider-Man, so they're all
Yeah.
gonna tank in price.
I am right here just waiting for that Miles Morales comic book.
It's gonna be like $5 at this.
Not the $5 one. I mean
No,
the
no,
one
no.
that
The one that you want is gonna be $5 at this point.
you think it's
I
like
don't
60
know,
bucks now.
No,
I
no,
don't
no, I'm
think so.
exaggerating. I mean,
Probably
it's
probably 40. Probably
yeah,
40.
yeah. But I feel like the hype is really like it never was there, but it's definitely gonna die out because I feel
Yeah,
like this one is
it
a way better designed set overall.
Mhm. It is a way better design set.
Mm-hmm.
So wow, we have 4 rares back to back.
Well,
there's
we've,
two of them
we've
are the-
already
Yeah,
we've
we've-
already covered Faded Power and we've already
Mhm.
covered Firebending Student.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we have the next card that oh wait, it's not uncommon.
It's an
What the
uncommon.
heck is an
It just has
uncommon?
flashback 8, which is
It's probably one of the portrait cards that ties
Yeah.
in.
Okay.
exactly. I mean, it's a cool card. You get to make 2 2s that have firebending 1, and it has flashback, so you get to do it again.
For
And the
5
token
mana.
strategy, yeah, I know it's horrible.
It's an instant, so it's
horrible.
not horrible. But
It has firebending 1, so at least you get your mana back somewhat. But yeah.
Yeah. Faded
So-
Power, I still say that Faded Power is a great card. I think it's going to see at least a couple of play in Standard. Faded Power is a very interesting card. Firebending Student, out of the 3 artworks, this one,
It's pretty cool.
the one with the little, with like the Avatar theme, like casing, looks pretty and it looks gorgeous. So we
then
have Legend of
let's see.
Roku. These cards we already covered.
the
them.
last Lightning Kai looks beautiful in that. art.
Yeah, it does.
This one?
No, the
Oh, this one.
yeah, there you go.
That's complimentary because it's supposed to be, I think, Suko and his sister fighting. So that's
Okay.
like the blast that's happening as they fight. It's cool.
Okay, here is
Oh my
our next
God.
card.
So Badger Mole Cub, 1 and a green for creature Badger Mole. Whenever when this creature enters, Earthbend 1.
Pay
And
$50. That's what's gonna happen.
whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green.
Pay $70 for this card. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, this is the
it's not
second chase.
legendary.
This is the
Almost-
other chase of the.
Oh,
of the
no.
set, yeah.
This is so insane. This card is essentially free when you play
Yes.
it, which is insane to me. Because
What?
by doing Earthbend 1, you're essentially making whatever you Earthbend into like
creature.
a 2 mana into a creature, which is a 2 mana like land, which means it pays for itself. So
Exactly.
there's no reason never to not run this card. I swear.
So if you have 4 of them, you play the first one,
Oh my god.
and because you untap the land, right?
No.
No.
They know.
No, it's tapped. But what I'm saying is it already pays for itself. That's why it's so good. Like if you play this turn 3, for
Okay.
example, you play it and then you
Right.
already have like the 2 mana.
So you can
Yeah,
play something else.
You can play
for
something
2
else.
mana.
Exactly. And if you have like a sort of green with something, you're gonna have Llanowar elves.
This
And
is
Llanowar elves are in standard right now, and they're gonna be in standard for a while because that
And
was the
turn
foundation.
1 elves, turn 2 Badger Mole Cub,
Yep.
paying mana with the elf,
Yep.
and now you get a land that's a creature. You can tap that land for 2 mana.
Or you can attack with it too because it's a
You can also
creature.
attack with it, yeah.
And there's no risk to it because if you lose it,
Exactly.
you
If
just
you lose
get
every
land
turn.
again.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh my god. Yep, definitely. Hey,
It's so
that's a
precious.
very expensive card right there.
That's a $70 card, I guess. I swear everyone's gonna want to use it for everything.
Are singles already available to pre-order
You could
in
probably
TCG
check in
Player?
another tab. You could probably check in another tab because it's probably stands to reason this card's gonna be like $50, $60 or something. I remember I got like the chase card of Spider-Man was the Soul Stone, and that was like $60. But granted, it's like because it's speculated to be like, which is going to be, it's going to be like a staple in EDH forever. But this thing is like it has utility beyond EDH. It's going to be used everywhere. There's no reason not to use it.
Okay,
If you
let me
have stuff that like if you have mana dorks, which is a bunch of decks, you're gonna use this no matter what.
what's the
Interestingly enough, I have like 10 mana dorks in my
Mhm.
token deck, and I don't think I would run this.
I mean, you mean like in an EDH deck, I guess, because you. But if you have like a Kinnan deck, you would run this, obviously. For
It's just-
example,
Yeah.
Like, you
But Kinnan has stepped away from creature-based mana.
thankfully
Okay.
this Earth bends, so you don't need to care too much about creatures.
Okay, so just to give you guys a context into our viewers.
Okay.
So right now, they literally all sales are from today,
Okay.
and it incremented from the doesn't give me time, so it only gives me like the date. But the cheapest one was sold for $29.98.
Oh, poor soul.
The highest one, somebody bought 4 of them for $34.94.
Okay.
And right now, there's a TCG player store selling 2 of them for $50.
Yeah,
Keep on raising.
Yeah, it's gonna keep on. Obviously, it's gonna crash afterwards, but I think it's a card that's gonna maintain its value.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, so for
Mhm.
the the X the borderless one,
Mhm.
the borderless one, there was only one sale today, and it was for $65.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah. So they are, this probably might be a $70 card. It might reach that point. This is the borderless one.
Yep.
Who's next?
You.
You.
Oh, it's me. Oh, my bad.
Alright.
Okay, our next card is Aang at the Crossroads for 2 colorless green, white, and blue. You have a legendary creature human avatar ally. It's a 3/3 and does the following things. So Aang has flying. When Aang enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card with mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When another creature you control leaves the battlefield, transform Aang at the beginning of your next upkeep. Aang transforms to Aang, Destined Savior. It turns from a 3/3 to a 4/4, and it has flying and has the following ability: lands you control or land creatures. My bad. Land creatures you control have vigilance. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, Earthbend 2. Jesus.
Yep. Sounds
Wow.
good.
Yeah. Just
I
good.
like it. Yeah, I don't know if it's like standard good, but it's good.
It's good. Exactly. I don't think it's standard good, but it's good.
There's a few hoops you have to go through to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay. Azula Cunning Usurper. 2 colorless, blue and 2 black. For a legendary creature, human, noble, rogue, 4/4, has firebending 2. When Azula enters, target opponent exiles a non-token creature they control. Then they exile a non-land card from their graveyard. During your turn, you may cast cards exiled with Azula, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. So she's good because you get to exile something on the field, you get to exile something on their graveyard, and then on your other turn, you get to play them. It's sort of like that. Is it Hostage Taker?
Yeah.
It's sort of like a Hostage Taker, but you can also produce the mana that you need to be able to cast it. And since they acquire flash, you can cast them as you're doing the firebending ability. so you don't lose that mana, and you can use it to be able to cast those things. So it's kind of cool. It's slightly more expensive than a hostage taker, and lore wise, maybe JP can help me out. Why does she have a blue pip? Was she doing something that moment?
She was infiltrating the Earth Kingdom, and
Oh.
she basically became the queen of the Earth Kingdom after
but
banishing the king.
But why the blue? That's what I don't
Because
get.
That's
Bro.
like she was using the Dai Li for information.
Gotcha. Okay, fair.
So,
Okay.
so she was using the Dai Li. She infiltrated. That's all very blue type stuff.
Yeah. Now I wonder, although it's a reminder text, so maybe the question is going to be answered automatically. What is her identity? Is the
She is
identity
a
Demir,
card.
right? Because firebending is just firebending too, but the reminder
Firebending
text is not part
is
of
a
the.
reminder text.
Exactly.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, good.
The
It's cool.
next card
Yeah.
is Earth King's Lieutenant. Green white for a 1/1 creature human soldier ally with trample. When this creature enters, put a +1 counter on each ally creature you control. When another ally you control enters, put a +1 counter on this creature. This is Talia's Lieutenants for allies.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
it's going to be heavily used because allies will be a thing. People will
Exactly.
try to make
Also,
it.
this has trample, so that's
Yeah,
technically better.
it's really good. Yeah,
Talia's
That's
Lieutenant.
really good.
a lot of
Our
allies.
next card is Fire Lord Azula. So for one, a colorless blue, black, red, you have a legendary creature human noble 4/4 with firebending 2, and it has the following ability: whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell, and you may choose a new target for that copy.
I attack. I'm gonna cast Valley Flood Caller and make a copy of it. Now that I have a Valley Flood Caller, I'm gonna cast any non-creature spell I want and make copies of those,
Yep.
and then win the game from somehow from there. Like
Yep.
it's very hard not
Yeah.
not to go for it. Like,
Yeah.
oh look, Demonic Tutor Alado.
Yep. Exactly.
Two demonic tutors. Tainted Pat. 2 of them. Oh
God.
look,
Insane.
you know,
Yeah.
any 2-card combos with her attacking. If you have anything that gives instant speed, you just
Yep.
go for it. Oh look, I mean it doesn't necessarily work for like Vampiric Tutor, but close enough because you search if you have a way to draw a card. You draw a card and then you search again.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can use Mystical Tutor as well.
And the thing is, there's no
but you
restriction.
also search.
Yeah.
You would search, and if you have no way to draw a card, you would search again and lose the first card. So
Having no restriction on this is kind of ridiculous because they
Yep.
should have thought of doing it like this is a once per turn, but it doesn't say that at all. So you can just, I attack, I'm just gonna combo out. Can you stop me?
I want to
I'm
build.
glad she's strong. People were talking about her viability in CEDH,
Yeah.
and I think she's very interesting in that type of scenario, mostly because
attacks. Yeah.
she's an enabler, but I don't have a way. She doesn't win the game. She doesn't have anything that helps you win the game.
She has the right
immediately.
colors to win the game.
Yeah, it's like she's in the colors, and she does something that accelerates you.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I mean, I feel like you could probably win if she attacks and you have the right stuff. You can just outright win.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you can protect yourself with double counter too. So if they try to stop you, first they have to get rid of the 2 spells you cast because you're copying the spell that's gonna win you the game, and then you can just counter with like a free Force of Will ×2. You know, which is insane. It's very, very good.
Crazy. Next card.
The Lion Turtle, colorless and simic for a legendary creature, Elder Cat Turtle, is a 3/6. It has vigilance and reach. Whenever the Lion Turtle enters, you gain 3 life. The Lion Turtle can't attack or block unless there are 3 or more lessons cards in your graveyard. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color. So at a baseline, you're paying 3 mana.
Uro.
Yeah, it's sort of like an Uro, but you don't get to ramp with it.
You don't. Well, Uro gives you a land, but you had to do. I think it was like escape. to
You
be
need
able
it.
to keep it in play.
So
No,
when you
This
like
one
yeah,
is a mana
no,
dork. This is a mana dork, but you need 3 lessons to be able to attack or block.
but you don't care about attacking. That Earl was better because when it entered or when it attacked, you get to draw a card, gain life, and then I
That's true.
think you get to play if it's a land, you get to play it too.
Yeah.
It's way. This is not as good as Earl. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not saying that
if
it's
the card if this
it-
said the line turtle can't attack unless there are 3 or more lessons instead of attack or
Or
block,
block. That's the
then
problem.
that would be very, 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 very strong. But
Yeah.
because it can't block, because a 3 mana 3/6 blocker is like you're not getting through that.
Yeah. For
so
3 mana, yeah.
Uro, you draw, and if you have a land in your hand, you can play it up, put it on the battlefield.
That's a lot of good stuff. That's why
Yeah.
that's why it
Uro-
dies when it goes
this
into like.
This is the interesting part. Uro is a 6/6, and this is a 3/6.
Mhm.
So it's basic.
Then
I think
they're
that
lessons.
It's the
yeah.
compromise. The compromise is that you get to play it and you get to keep it on the field, but you can't do anything with it until you have 3 or more lessons in the graveyard. So that's sort of the compromise with the card. And it gives you the 3 life because it's in lieu of the 3 attack because you're
Mhm.
probably gonna lose the damage
Yeah,
when they attack you with that thing on the field. It's cool, I guess. It's cool, but I don't
it's
know.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think with more lessons revealed, if you find a way to just mill yourself and have a consistent way that if you mill yourself, you have lessons in the graveyard,
hmm
this could be a thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Mostly just because of the fact that a 3 mana 3/6 vigilance reach is such a huge blocker.
Yeah.
You're not getting through that.
Yeah.
hmm
Now the next one though.
Yeah, Sokka Tenacious Tactician. 1 blue, red, white for a 3/3 legendary creature human warrior ally with menace and prowess. Other allies you control have menace and prowess. Whenever you cast
Beautiful.
another creature spell, get a 1/1 white ally creature token.
Bro. What is this?
Stupid.
Honestly, I think this is stronger than for standard than a lot of people have given it credit for than I've seen online.
That's fair.
Mostly
Yeah.
because you could just play this immediately, menace prowess, and just try to swing in with your with different allies.
Mhm.
That enough. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's really good.
Okay,
Ooh,
our
the other
next
one.
card is Ozai, the Phoenix King. So for 2 colorless, 2 black, and 2 red, you have a legendary creature, human noble, 7/7, that has trample, fire, bending 4, and haste. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. Ozai has flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana.
So Voltron Commander ever saw one. It has everything. It has everything.
It has everything.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. If you have a way to like play it and have mana to float, it would already have indestructible, flying, trample,
Yeah.
firebending, or and haste. You swing 3 times at somebody, you're killing them.
Obviously, yes.
It's really good. Like that's
Really
a
good.
fun Rakdos card. That's a really fun Rakdos card.
Then for fun, you put the Excalibur from Assassin's
Oh God,
Creed.
that's just
It's a
so- yeah,
17.
Straight up
Although,
Voltron. It's a Voltron and
attacking with-
Rakdos.
I'm attacking with multiple creatures. Ember Cleave, double strike.
Yeah,
Yes.
crazy. Yeah, it's great. It's a great card. It's a great
Yeah.
card. So the other one is Iroh Grand Lotus, 3 colorless and teamer colors for a legendary creature, human noble ally. It's a 5/5. It has firebending 2. During each of your turns, during your turn, I'm sorry. Each non-lesson instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. During your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. So this one's really good. Obviously, it gives everything flashback, which is great. And it gives your lessons basically almost free flashback because being like costing 1 instead of their usual cost is very good too. Yeah. I find that interesting that it says each non-lesson instant and sorcery. So it's weird that it's worded that way. because
No, because remember,
no,
like
because
it's just stating that cards that have lesson have
yeah, yeah,
flashback 1, and
yeah,
then
no,
other
exactly.
cards have like
Yeah, it's a normal cost. Yeah, it basically is
exactly.
everything flashback. It just depends on what your
The
flashback.
other the other
Mhm.
thing is that some lessons are going to be instant,
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. That's what I
and
said
that
mentioned
makes it
earlier.
so instant lessons can only be
Of course.
flashback during your turn for
Yeah,
1 minute.
yeah,
Mhm.
which is fair too. It's fair. Yeah, I like it a lot. Like it's good for shenanigans. You just sort of do not a mill strategy, but you get to double up on your teamer, and
Yep.
teamer does that a lot. Teamer, you can kind of storm off in teamer. So you can abuse the spells that you cast. It's really good. Yeah,
I
It's
just
really
think he's a bit overcosted.
fair. Yeah, no, like you're not gonna see
6
standard play
mana.
for it. I think they're doing it because they're afraid of you being able to flashback stuff. That's probably the reason why.
Coward.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, so
And
we have
alternate
covered
art.
these two.
yeah, different artwork for all these
We
cards.
have covered all
These
of these.
cards we've
That
seen them before. Yeah.
Yep. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that we reached the point where we're seeing like the different artworks. Oh wait, lessons.
The lessons. There's a couple lessons. Yeah.
And there's also the very strong White Lotus tile.
The White Lotus tile. I don't know whose turn is it,
So
but I think it's JP's.
yeah,
JP.
it's 4 mana for an artifact. It enters tapped, and you add X mana of any one color, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, I have 5 allies. It adds 5 mana. I have 10 allies. It adds 10 mana.
And mana.
Yep.
I have something that that untaps my artifacts. I have
No.
infinite
whoop-de-doo.
mana.
Yeah.
It's
It's
crazy.
very, very, very easy to abuse. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good card. It's another sort of chase. Maybe not
Mhm.
for standard, but definitely for
That's
commander.
Okay, wait. Is that a thing? I love that
These are the
that
lands.
the Momo is in every land.
Oh, the
Is he in
Momo's
every
in
land?
land. Yeah.
Because there's Momo's in the swamp, in the plains, and in the island. I can't see him in the mountain.
I can't see him in the mountain.
Maybe he's inside the mountain. I have to
Probably.
assume that he's in all of them.
JP.
Oh, JP
JP
disappeared.
left.
Oh no, JP. His
JP,
internet
what
disappeared.
happened?
Oh no.
Oh no.
We're
He had-
basically done, right? Like we were
Yeah.
done.
We're
Let me
oh I
see.
think yeah. No, we
Yeah.
have
Oh, we have the foggy and the planetarium. Oh, and the fog. Yeah, the foggy. I can do the
JP,
foggy.
what happened?
Oh, JP's back. Thank God. Okay.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry.
It's fine, it's fine.
we're gonna talk
Foggy
about-
Swamp Visions is so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that's a fun card.
Oh wait, it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, Foggy Swamp Visions. For 1 and 2 black, you have a sorcery that, as an additional cost to cast this spell, you can waterbend X. Exile X target creature cards from your graveyard. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of your next end step. Sacrifice those tokens.
Bro. Bro. Crazy.
That's
Crazy.
ridiculous.
It's from graveyards too, so you can go crazy with that.
Yes.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. No. It's
Crazy.
fun. It's fun.
Okay.
I have the other one, Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. 6 colorless for a legendary artifact that says colorless, tap it, scry 2. But the thing that matters is whenever you scry or surveil, look at the top card of your library. You may cast this card without paying its mana cost. Do this only once she's turn. Thank God, Thank God.
No.
So what you do is you play this. You have something that innately gives you a scry or a surveil. You play it for free. Then on the opponent's turn, I'm just gonna scry. I want to see what's on top. Oh, I get to play it too. That's fun.
That's fun. Yeah.
Obviously, you have to abide by the
Yeah.
timing rules, but yeah.
I immediately thought of a deck I played against recently.
Mhm.
It was the Galadriel. That's the 3-color Galadriel. Whenever a creature enters, she has a alliance,
Mhm.
and you get 3 options. One is scry 2, draw a card.
Mhm.
So a creature had entered, any creature, doesn't matter if it's a token, because it was basically a token deck and had tokens enter each turn, like everyone's turn. Oh, one entered, scry 2, draw a card, scry 2, draw a card. So in this case, it would be scry 2, draw a card, cast something for free.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That is crazy.
The next card is Boomy Unleashed.
Yeah.
3 red and green for a 5/4 legendary creature, human noble ally. He has trample when Boomy enters Earthbend 4. Whenever Boomy deals combat damage to a player, untap all lands you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Only land creatures can attack during that combat phase.
It's a nice payoff for the earthbending, for sure.
For Commander, I cast Ashaya,
Yep.
making Boomy a land, specifically a forest.
Mm-hmm.
I hit you with Boomy. I untap. I combat. I hit you with Boomy. And now I have infinite combats.
Yep. We broke it.
We broke it. Whee!
If you want to play it fair, you know what'd be cool if people make an earthbend deck and use the awaken. Remember the awaken mechanic?
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to make
That would be
other
kinda
lands
cool, yeah.
earthbend, but they're awakened. You know.
You run a lot of the Nissas that make 5/5
Oh,
lands.
true. Yeah. I like that.
lands.
Ooh, that's fun. That's a fun deck.
Yeah,
That's a
and
nice,
I think
humble
yeah.
bracket two. Bracket two.
Bracket. It could be bracket 3 because it has an infinite.
That's true.
True.
It all depends if you include the card. If you want to be fair, you don't include it, and then it becomes
Exactly.
fair.
Like you want to have fun.
True, but I want to
True.
have fun
And
at a bracket 2, not a bracket 3.
It's also very fair. You know, it's combat.
Yeah, it's true, and it's gonna take a while. Like you're not gonna be able to do this at turn 6 or whatever.
Yeah, that's a 10. It's a 10 mana combo.
Yeah.
basically.
It is.
It is. Our next card is Diligent Zookeeper for 4 mana, 1 green and 3. You have a creature, human citizen ally. Each non-human creature you control gets +1/+1 for each of its creature types to a maximum of 10, and it's a 4/4.
Yes. Do note you cannot use changelings.
Yeah,
You
because
cannot.
changelings are humans.
Yes. So
Yeah.
don't be sneaky with that. You can't do it.
But, and I know this is going to be extremely irrelevant, mutate works.
Oh, that is true.
All right. Mutate. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a cool card.
These are the last
The
two
last
cards.
two. Okay. So Tylee Chi Blocker, 2 colorless and a blue for a legendary creature, human performer ally. It is a 2/1. It has flash, prowess. When Tylee enters, tap up to 1 target creature. It doesn't untap during its control untap step for as long as you control Tylee. For 3 mana, it does a couple of things. It can be a blocker. It can definitely protect you. Since it has prowess, it has the capability of becoming stronger. Yeah, it's good. It's good, like in a sort of weird, like I said previously, like a mono blue aggro-y.
It'd be very, very interesting for like some type of mono blue tempo deck.
Yeah.
Because
It-
Wan Shi
it-
Tong
it-
has flash,
Mhm.
Tylee has flash.
Mhm.
If you're turn 1, you have a value creature, and you start,
The
having
little tiger blue cup thing.
See,
Mhm.
the problem with that tiger seal is that, let's say again, you play that on turn 1, you tap it on turn 2, and play Wan Shi Tong on turn 2, right?
Yeah,
You did nothing with it on turn 2.
that's fair.
Then, let's say your opponent drew a card and shuffled during their turn and twice.
Yeah.
Let's just say they did it twice, and you untap the seal. Now it's your turn. Guess what happens?
Nothing.
The seal gets.
Nothing.
Exactly.
I do not like that. I don't think they thought that through.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
maybe.
JP,
The
you
last
have
one.
the last one.
The last card, the Mechanist, Aerial Artisan, 2 and a blue for a 1/3 legendary creature, human artificer ally. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a clue token. You can tap him until end of turn. Target artifact token you becomes a 3/1 artifact creature with flying.
So they saw Da Vinci and they were like, we need to nerf Da Vinci. So this is nerf Da
Yeah.
Vinci. This is a very fair Da Vinci.
It's a very fair Da Vinci.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
He left again. He'll come back.
No,
There
he's
you go.
here. He's here. He's here.
He's here.
Sorry,
Hi.
sorry
Is
for
the
viewers.
Da Vinci from Timo from Wish?
Yeah, that's the Timo. That's the Timo Da Vinci. I like it. That's a good. That's a clip. That's a clip right there.
That's the the Timo version of the
Timo
video.
version.
Okay,
Yeah.
so guys, I know that we still have a couple of spoilers to go. We're missing a few, so just to let you all know, next week we won't have our podcast. Next week, I will be in vacation. I don't know if the guys are up for recording the podcast. There will be an episode on Friday. If not, there will still be a video available for Friday to be released. But before we say our goodbyes, what are your thoughts of the cards that we got to see today?
The two cards that are the chase cards, those are crazy, and I like that they are very generic. Generic enough that even if they change the name, they can be reprinted in future. So, because Wan Shi Tong is a very specific name, but like Badger Mole Cub, they could just make more Badger Moles. That's not too far fetched.
Yeah. I think that they clearly had fun designing this set. It feels very complementary to Magic. All the bending, I was very worried how they were going to tackle the bending mechanic. And I think they did a good job within the boundaries of what you can do in Magic the Gathering. And kind of seeing pre-existing mechanics and kind of adapting them into this world. Much like they did with Lord of the Rings and Final Fantasy. These are IPs that make sense. In the lore, in terms of how they kind of combine with what we have in Magic the Gathering as a whole. It doesn't bother me. I always knew that Avatar was going to be a set that kind of worked well together, and I like it. It's flavorful. It makes sense. I like Avatar, like the show. I like it a lot. It was one of the sets I was kind of excited to see how they were going to tackle it. And I'm happy to see that for now they've tackled it pretty well. Like there's cards that, like JP said, they're generically good, and there's cards that are very good in terms of flavor. Obviously, they are bending. There's some bending mechanics that are stronger than others. I'm looking at fire and water primarily. Earth is kind of good though, but definitely airbending is like sort of the weakest one. But that's okay. Not all of them have to be like super strong either. I'm liking that they have a lot of variance between them. There's going to be a lot of new decks that are going to be born from this set, which is good. And I feel like a lot of people generally seem to be happy that Avatar is coming to Magic, even though they've been burned before with other sets. This one seems like they've taken good care of trying to uphold what Magic is while still implementing what Hasbro wants them to implement in the format and in their game. So yeah, that's cool.
For myself, I'm really excited for this set. I think that from all of the UB sets that have been released, I think this is the one that I'm like mostly excited for. Not due to the IP, but due to like the mechanics. The mechanics are really interesting. They're really interesting cards as well for like other formats, not only Commander. Obviously, there's some cards that I'm really interested to probably futurely build for Commander. But in terms of like me as a previous Standard player and Modern player, there's a lot of cards that I'm really interested in seeing how it works on Standard specifically. So I'm really excited for what's coming up for Avatar: The Last Airbender. I do hope that everybody enjoys this set. But rule that we always say: do not buy the product on day one. Hold off for 3 weeks. Because it's a fiasco. The prices are really bonkers right now. Like, again, it's Spider-Man all over again. So just, if you guys want to enjoy the pre-release, enjoy the pre-release. Make sure that whatever local game store you're going to, they have it at MSRP. Obviously, we will always put the dates of the pre-releases on Titan Games as one of our, it's our sponsor of the podcast. But just wait a couple of weeks if you're interested in singles or probably any other sealed product. Just wait until it lowers down. But nothing. Thank you for everybody that's watches our podcast or listens to it. Nothing. Round table. JP, where can the people find you?
You can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast talking about sweet, sweet magic. How about you, Orengo?
You can find me here at the Cardboard Cave podcast talking about sweet, sweet, delicious, Hasbro approved IP cardboard. Because that's the only cardboard that we get nowadays.
Yeah.
You can also find me at Cinemas Podcast. I talk about movies sometimes. But what about you, John? What's going on? Because we do more than just a podcast, right? We're doing other stuff, right?
Yeah, so right now, you guys can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast. As well, I do have Reeling Films. If you guys want to see my movie critic section where I have like interviews and as well reviews of films. But being the fact that this is releasing on Friday, so if you are in Puerto Rico, let it be in vacation or let it be that you live in Puerto Rico and you have nothing to do this next weekend, it's easy. You're going to come here to Ponce, to the Complejo Ferial, and you are going to enjoy the Portal experience. It's a very big event for 2 days that it's going to have a little bit of everything for everyone. There's going to be TCG events. There's going to be a small film festival as well. There's going to be a competition for composers. Let it be for films and or music. There's going to be the cosplay contest. And I think I'm missing something. And I don't. Oh, there's Gunpla competition as well. That there is a special guest is going to be a judge, a influencer called Saku Aurelius. He's going to be in the event, and as well, not only he will be in the event, the original Red Ranger Austin St. John will be attending the event. He will be doing photo ops and signings. Jason Limburch, the voice actor behind one of the characters of Solo Leveling, and the Beast Titan from Attack on Titan. And we have a Martin. I don't remember his last name. But it's fine. Martin. Probably that's not his first name either, but still. So we have a comic book artist that it's generally known for the comic books from behind Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like The Last Ronin and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Power Rangers team up or crossover series. And I think that I know that there's somebody else coming, and I don't remember right now.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people, yes. So there's going to be a lot of events. We will be there as well. We will be located in section D1. We're going to have our own booth where you guys can learn how to play HeroScape. There's going to be the other John is going to have a couple of other board games, and as well myself that I can teach you any of the card games that you are probably interested in learning how to play. We're going to have League of Legends Riftbound. We're going to have Narrowscape, and if you ask to learn to play Narrowscape, we will be having promo cards for the people that participate, and we will have a little section, thanks to Faded Owl Games. They will be on one of the corners of our booth. They're going to be selling dices, Funko Pops, singles, TCG singles. They're going to have a little bit of everything in their section that you guys can fully enjoy. So don't forget the Portal experience this upcoming weekend in Ponce and the Complejo Ferial. So don't miss out if you have nothing to do this upcoming weekend. So nothing, guys. Thank you guys for always watching our content and commenting below. And we will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
A rope until I cut it, bala pa tu cabeza, para delicadeza, habla la realeza, salva naturaleza, method for your mentalities, kill them with no fatalities, happy with all the cannabis, welcome to your reality.